Picture two lions crossing paths with a pack of hyenas at the edge of the Serengeti. Every muscle tenses, every eye locks, and then nothing happens. They circle, they posture, they growl, and they walk away. No blood, no death match. Just a strange, tense standoff between two of the most dangerous animals on Earth. It seems like it should end in violence. These are killers, after all. Animals built with claws, teeth, and raw power capable of ending a life in seconds. So why, in millions of years of evolution, did nature never program them to simply fight it out and let the strongest win? The answer begins with a truth most people never consider. Being a predator is expensive. A lion's jaw exerts hundreds of pounds of force. A single bite from a rival could shatter bone. But here's the catch. That same lion has no doctor, no hospital, no antibiotics. In the wild, an injury doesn't heal in a cast. It festers. It slows you down. And a predator that can't run fast or bite hard is no longer a predator. It's prey. This is the first hidden rule of the animal kingdom. Violence is a last resort, not a first instinct. Most people assume dominance in nature is decided through combat, but evolution favored something quieter and far more intelligent, the art of avoiding a fight altogether. Watch closely and you'll notice apex predators rarely attack each other head-on. Instead, they send messages. A lion doesn't need to fight a rival male. His mane, his roar, his sheer size say everything before a single claw is raised. A tiger doesn't need to battle every animal in its territory. It leaves scent markings soaked with information, an invisible warning sign that reads, unmistakably, this is mine. It's a language older than words, and most of the time, it works. But if signaling fails to prevent conflict, why don't predators simply fight anyway? This is where something remarkable happens, something scientists call resource partitioning. Imagine two elite specialists sharing the same office, but one only works mornings and the other only works nights. They technically compete for the same space, but they never actually collide. This is exactly what happens between top predators sharing a habitat. Lions hunt largely at dawn and dusk. Leopards prefer the cover of night. Cheetahs, unable to fight for their kills, hunt in the blazing heat of midday when lions are usually resting. Nature essentially staggers their schedules, reducing the number of moments where two heavyweight predators are forced into the same arena at the same time. It isn't peace born from friendship, it's peace born from precise evolutionary bookkeeping, one where every clash costs more than it could ever gain. But here's where the story gets more complicated and more honest because apex predators are not entirely peaceful. Nature is rarely that simple. Lions have been documented killing leopards. Wolves have been known to kill coyotes. Killer whales have even been observed harassing and, in rare cases, killing great white sharks. Scientists call this phenomenon intraguyed predation, when one predator kills a competing predator, not always for food, but to eliminate future competition for the same resources. So the truth isn't that apex predators never fight. It's that they avoid fighting equals whenever possible, and reserve aggression for moments when the odds are stacked overwhelmingly in their favor. This reveals something profound about survival itself. Real power in nature isn't about who can win a fight. It's about who never has to risk one. Consider the psychology behind this. In humans, we often glorify confrontation, the idea that strength must be proven through combat. But apex predators operate under a colder, more efficient logic. Every calorie matters. Every wound is a potential death sentence. A predator that survives to reproduce isn't necessarily the strongest fighter. It's the one who calculated risk most precisely. This is why so many predator encounters end not in bloodshed, but in ritual. A puffed-up posture, a show of teeth, a deep, chest-rattling growl designed to make the other animal believe, without a doubt, that this fight isn't worth having. It's evolutionary theater, and most of the time, the performance is enough. And then there's a factor few people ever think about: geography as diplomacy. Many apex predators are separated not by choice, but by evolution itself, occupying different corners of the world entirely. Tigers evolved in Asia, lions dominate parts of Africa, jaguars rule the Americas. Nature, in a sense, spread its most dangerous creations across the map like pieces on a chessboard, minimizing the moments where true titans would ever need to meet. But when territories do overlap, something even stranger emerges. A kind of respect written into instinct itself. Many predators can smell how recently a rival has passed through an area, how large that rival might be, even how confident its scent markings appear. In many cases, a predator will choose to quietly retreat from territory clearly claimed by a bigger, more dominant rival. No confrontation required. The decision to avoid a fight is often made long before the two animals ever lay eyes on each other. It raises an unsettling question. How much of what we call bravery in the animal kingdom is actually built on the ability to walk away? Because ultimately, evolution doesn't reward the fiercest fighters. It rewards survivors. And nothing threatens survival more than an unnecessary battle between two apex predators who could both walk away with everything to lose and comparatively little to gain. So when you picture nature's most feared hunters, don't imagine constant warfare, gladiators locked in an endless struggle for dominance. Imagine something closer to a tense, silent negotiation. One built on scent, distance, timing, and instinctive risk assessment passed down over millions of years. The lion doesn't fear the hyena because it's weak. It respects the calculation that even a winning fight might mean starving to death from injuries days later. And maybe that's the real revelation hiding beneath the myth. We've always imagined the top of the food chain as a battlefield, but it isn't. It's something closer to an unspoken truce, an ancient evolutionary understanding that the deadliest animals on Earth didn't survive by proving they could fight. They survived by knowing exactly when not to.